If you'll please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Please have a seat.
Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you.
Please proceed, Mr. Glover.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, ma'am. What, ma'am, is your name?
Chelsea Barney.
Is your last name spelled Barney?
Yes,
Do you know Kouri Richins?
I do.
How do you know her?
We've been friends for about 20 years.
When did you first meet?
9th grade, junior high, high school.
And have you stayed friends that whole time?
Yes.
How often do you speak or did you speak with Kouri Richins?
All the time. Well, sometimes every day, sometimes every other. I mean, all the time.
How often would you see her?
Couple times a week. When we got busy with kids, sometimes once a month. It just kind of depends on schedule at that time.
Would you travel together?
Yeah, I traveled sometimes with her, yeah.
Did you consider her your best friend?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the fact that the defendant obtained a $250,000 home equity line of credit on the home that she lived in?
Yes.
When did you learn of that?
We were on a vacation to Sun Valley, and she had told me about it.
Who were you on that vacation with?
Some of our other friends.
Was that vacation in October of 2020?
Yes.
Maybe the first weekend of October of 2020?
Yes.
What, if anything, did the defendant say about that?
She had said that Eric was mad at her and had turned off her credit cards because he found out she took a loan out on the house, and asked if we could pay for the trip, and she would reimburse us when she could.
Did Kouri Richins say what she did with that $250,000?
She used it to buy a house to flip and sell.
Scott, can we get 2-2D, please? Ma'am, Scott's going to scroll through it, and I'm going to ask you if you recognize it, okay?
Okay.
Ma'am, is that an October 14th? Is that an accurate depiction of an October 14th, 2020 text exchange between you and Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Are you the blue bubbles and, no, it's the opposite, right? Is Kouri Richins the blue bubbles and you the green bubbles?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit and publish 2-2D.
No objection.
States 2-2D is admitted.
Ma'am, did Kouri Richins ever tell you whether she had paid back that home equity line of credit?
Yes.
What did she say?
I don't really recall, just that the house she flipped made money. I mean, I didn't really ask much about how much she made or didn't make, and she said she paid him back.
Did there come a time at the end of February 2022 when Kouri Richins mentioned to you something about a cervical cancer scare?
Yes.
What did she tell you?
We were at a friend's brunch, and she was waiting for a call from her doctor, and she received that call at the brunch, and she had said that her doctor had mentioned that she possibly had cervical cancer and had to go in for a biopsy.
Were you present when Kouri Richins called Eric about that?
Yes.
What did she say to Eric?
She just told him just what the doctor said and that she had to go on for a biopsy.
How did Eric react?
He acted concerned, but kind of was, let's not overreact until we know for sure type of thing.
Other than THC gummies, did you know Kouri Richins to use illicit drugs?
No.
Other than THC gummies, did you know Eric Richins to use illicit drugs?
No.
Did you know him to use pain pills at all?
No.
Scott, can I get 2-108, please? Ma'am, if you could read down that kind of timestamp, party, and description columns. Oh, sorry. Scott, can you bring up 2-108D as in Delta? Ma'am, do you, oh, I'm sorry, we're still going.
No, that's
Okay. Ma'am, do you recognize that as an accurate depiction of a March the 7th, 2022 text exchange between you and Kouri Richins?
Yes.
And is she in blue and you in green?
Oh, yeah. It's May 7th, though.
May 7th? Sorry, May 7th.
Yeah. I'm in green. She's in blue.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit 2-108 Delta.
2-108D is admitted.
Ma'am, turning now to the morning of Eric Richins' death. How were you informed of his death?
Lisa, Kouri's mom, called me.
And what did you do upon receiving that phone call?
I went up to her house.
Did you discuss what happened with Kouri Richins that morning?
To who? I don't know what you mean.
Did Kouri Richins explain to you anything about Eric Richins' death?
Oh, yeah.
What did she say?
Just that she went to bed with one of the boys and woke up, went back in the room, and realized Eric was cold and realized he wasn't breathing.
Did she say anything to you regarding whether they had a drink that evening?
Yes.
What did she say?
That they were celebrating the closing of a job she had, and they had a drink together.
Were you present in November of 2022 when Kouri Richins had a phone call with her attorneys about the night of Eric Richins' death?
I don't recall.
Were you present for a phone call that Kouri had in November 22 where she said that Eric was on the phone with people in Mexico about hunting when she went into Ashton's bedroom?
Yes, I was.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
And is that about the right time period, November of 2022?
I honestly can't remember the month, but I remember that being there in that conversation.
Thank you. Scott, can you bring up 2-45 Delta, please? Ma'am, is that an accurate depiction of a text exchange you had on March the 15th, 2022 with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit 245D and publish.
No objection.
245D is admitted. Counsel, would you approach just briefly for a moment? We need to break for lunch. We're going to do that now. During the lunch break, please do not talk about anything related to the case. Please do not watch, listen, or read any coverage of the case. Please don't do any research about the case. Please rise for the jury. Folks, please have a seat. Ms. Barney,
Yes.
we're going to come back on the record at 1 p.m. Between now and then, you're free to go.
Okay.
As long as you come back,
Okay.
ready to go at 1.
Okay.
No matter where you go, whether you stay, whether you go, please don't talk to anybody about your testimony.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Very good. We'll be in recess until 1 p.m. Thank you. Ms. Lewis, may I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes.
I now appreciate what I did not appreciate before I took the break. This is the call that was the subject of one of defendant's motions in limine, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the parties briefed this. We had a hearing about it. I ruled on it. I denied the defendant's motion to exclude this very recording, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Anything further on that?
Just if we could have a continuing objection to it, to its admission.
It's preserved for the record. All right. Mr. Bloodworth, are we ready for the ruling? Ready for the jury. My apologies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Cody, we're ready for that. Tracy, thank you. Mr. Bloodworth, is your team gathering? Very good. My apologies. Ms. Barney is welcome to take the stand. Please have a seat as you come in. Have a seat. Thank you. Ms. Barney, you're still under oath.
Okay.
Very good. Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, were you present at the Richins residence 2 days after Eric's death, March the 6th, or on March the 6th, 2022?
Yes, I was.
And did there come a time when Kouri Richins was very upset and you went to console her?
Yes.
Why was she upset?
She got in an argument with her sister-in-law.
And what was the argument over?
She was trying to get into Eric Richins' safe to get the will out.
And did the argument also involve the home?
Yes.
What portion of the argument involved the home?
The sister-in-law had told Kouri that the house was no longer hers and it belonged to the other sister because she was in charge of everything.
How did Kouri Richins react to learning that?
She was very upset.
How upset?
Crying. I mean, pretty upset. Yeah.
Did she collapse?
Yeah.
Was she hysterical?
Yeah.
Did she say why she was so upset?
She just said she couldn't believe this was all happening.
Did she seem surprised to you that the house was no longer under her control?
Yes.
What, ma'am, do you know about Kouri Richins' business?
Very little. Just that she would buy houses, flip them, and sell them.
Did she present to you as being successful at that?
Yes.
Was she very generous to you?
Yes.
Were you aware that she was in any financial distress?
No.
Ma'am, are you familiar with a house at 299 East, 100 South in Heber?
Yes.
How so?
I lived there. I bought it from Kouri.
Who lived there with you?
My family. My husband and 3, and I had another one, so 4 kids.
Ma'am, when you say you bought it from Kouri, what do you mean?
We were in a situation of needing a place to live, and Kouri was buying this house to flip it and sell it, and she offered to sell it to me.
Did you accept that offer?
Yes.
What was the arrangement?
Just, it went back and forth for a year on what would work out, and it came down to I would sign the deed of the house, and the house was mine, and I paid a down payment, and I could do what I wanted because I had the deed to the house, but the loan would be under her name, but I would pay the mortgage payments myself.
So let's start with the down payment. What was your understanding of the down payment?
Just, she told me it was to pay the brokers back that she borrowed money from to get the house.
And how much money was the down payment?
$45,000.
What, ma'am, were you doing for a living at that time?
I was a manager up at Soldier Hollow Grill.
And did you work in part for tips?
Yes.
And did you have savings from your tip money to pay the $45,000 down payment?
Yes.
Did that amount to essentially your life savings at that point?
Yes.
Did you wire $45,000 to Kouri Richins in 2 separate wires?
Yes.
And you understood that to be a down payment on the house that you were living in?
Yes.
Did you understand that Kouri was going to put that money towards a mortgage that was closing soon after you wired the money?
Yes.
As far as you know at the time, did she put the $45,000 towards the mortgage?
Yes.
What was then your arrangement with her on paying rent or paying the mortgage or paying money?
The loan was just in her name, and I paid the mortgage company directly myself.
Do you remember about what you paid them every month?
$2,900.
Scott, can I get 6-14, please?
We don't have it on our sheet.
Thank you.
Scott, can you scroll down for the for Ms. Barney and counsel? Ma'am, do you recognize that document?
Yes.
Is that a copy of a warranty deed that you signed on this house?
Yes.
Is it an accurate depiction of that warranty deed?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves 614 into evidence.
No objection.
614 is admitted.
Your Honor, thank you. Okay, Ms. Barney, it says up at the top, 290 East, 100 South in Heber. Is that the address that you lived at with your family at the time?
Yes.
And that's you, Chelsea Barney, as the sole owner?
Yes.
Scott, if you could scroll down, please. Scott, if you could scroll down, please. Scott, if you could, I'm sorry, go up. If you could just enlarge kind of the middle to the bottom portion. Thank you. Scott, if you could go to the next page, please. And then down to the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, the bottom page. You could enlarge that, please. Ma'am, is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
When you signed that document, what was your understanding?
That the house was mine?
Did you understand that that document, upon signing it, that needed to be recorded with Wasatch County?
Yes.
Was that document ever recorded with Wasatch County?
No.
That was signed, I think, on January the 6th, 2023. From that point forward, did you continue to live in the home, pay the mortgage, and have the understanding that it was your home?
Yes.
Did there come a point when that understanding changed?
Yes.
When was that?
When she got arrested, I was informed that there was a loan taken out on my house that I didn't know about, or I didn't take it
Your
out.
Honor, hearsay?
So the question was, did there come a time when she became aware of a certain condition? She's explaining how she became aware of the condition. Doesn't matter if it's true, just matters that she heard it. So this explanation for what she heard can be considered only for an explanation of the effect it had upon her, not for the truth of the matter asserted. Go from there, Mr. Bloodworth.
So did there come a time when your understanding changed?
Yes, I emailed the lady I signed the papers with and asked for copies of the paper, and she told me it was never filed with the county.
Did you continue to live in the house?
I did.
Did that change?
Yes.
When?
September 24, I believe. I was evicted.
You were evicted in September 24? Mm-hmm. Why were you evicted?
The new owners kicked me out.
Were there new owners because the mortgage was foreclosed on?
No.
Why were there new owners?
I don't know how it all works, but she gave the deed over to someone else, and they owned the house.
Was it a deed in lieu of foreclosure?
Yes.
Who's the she when you just said that?
Kouri.
So it's your understanding then that Kouri Richins gave the deed of the house over to new owners in lieu of foreclosure on the house?
Yes.
Scott, can I get 2-55 Delta, please? Ma'am, is that an accurate depiction of January 17, 2022 text exchange between you and Kouri Richins?
Yes. It's not January, though.
Sorry, June? June 17th, 2022? I'm having trouble with
Yes, it's fine. I'll correct you, I guess.
Please do. Your Honor, the state moves 2-55D into evidence. Hold off on publishing.
Your Honor, we object. Please approach.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, watching me do this at sidebar has got to be like watching paint dry. So rather than that, we're going to let you stretch your legs. Please rise for the jury. Have a seat, folks. Thanks. May I borrow that, Mr. Bloodworth? Thank you. Okay. So let's see here. Ms. Lewis, as I understand defendant's position, the two sentences that give defendant the most concern, because in defendant's view, they would undermine the court's ruling regarding the scope of Kouri Richins' likely testimony, are as follows. This is details matter here, so if you can write those details down. The green message from Ms. Barney on June 17 at 10:36:04 includes the following sentence. Quote, quote, fuck that, you wouldn't call Cody about anything personal, end quote. I understand your position to be that when considered in context of Cody's testimony would provide a inference for the jury to draw, or would provide a basis for the jury to draw an inference regarding the content of the conversation with Cody that has been excluded. Am I with you so far?
Yes, except that we actually would start with, you gave him a sandwich.
Yeah, sorry, that is something your client talked about later in the string, so that we got to keep that context in there.
Just a minute, it's just,
The giving of the sandwich has not been excluded. That's actually hotly in dispute. It's something the state is seeking to prove. The thing that I've excluded is some content of what Eric told Cody, because there is not an applicable hearsay exception for some of that content.
all right, so you're starting with ha-ha, and out of everyone, he called Cody about it through,
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, sure. Those two sentences.
okay, all right, that's different.
Okay, and then, hold on. Let me just get it on the record, and I'll give you a full opportunity to respond.
I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to respond. Can you mark it on the paper copy so that we can then transfer to the,
I can. Do you actually want me to write? I don't want to ruin the only copy you have today.
we'll make a new one.
All right, very good. I got it. Okay. And then, as I understand it, Ms. Lewis, we would go to 6/18/2022, 9/57/49. That's on page 9.
Yes,
Second paragraph, quote, I highly doubt Eric called his sister in Greece to tell her you poisoned him.
well, and probably the next sentence, because it makes no sense otherwise.
Well, it makes as much sense as anything, but it doesn't matter because it's not coming in for the truth. So other than that, other than those two, were there any other sentences that you believe would undermine the court's other ruling?
Just one moment.
And I say, I'm sorry, other than those two sections, I understand it's more than two sentences.
No, I mean, we still would make our objection regarding hearsay and the double hearsay, but no, those are the sentences that particularly deal with that issue.
Okay, so Mr. Bloodworth, let me make sure the state gets an opportunity to be heard here. Let's take these two sections one at a time. Let's go back to uh, 6/17/2022, 10:36:04. That's the top of page 7. Let me know when you're there.
I think I'm there.
Okay, quote, ha ha, and out of everyone he called Cody about it. Fuck that, he wouldn't call Cody about anything personal. Those two sentences. Any objection to redacting those two sentences?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, let's do that, Scott, and then let me know when you're ready to move on. Got it. Can you see that, Ms. Lewis?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And then, Scott, if we may go to page 9, the green bubble at the top. Second paragraph, quote, I highly doubt Eric called his sister in Greece to tell her you poisoned him, end quote.
So, Your Honor, that relates to not to the Valentine's Day charge poisoning. It relates to an earlier trip to Greece. I think there's a fair reading of that is not he called his sister in Greece, he called his sister from Greece.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and that was my first reading of it too, given the prior content
Correct.
regarding getting sick in Greece. It's ambiguous, though, and so out of an abundance of caution,
This-
we're just going to redact it.
Out of an abundance of caution, the state will not object.
Okay. Got it. Okay. And then we will, of course, pursuant to defendant's request, instruct the jury that they may consider Ms. Richins' statements in the blue bubbles for any purpose. They may not consider any of Ms. Barney's statements in the green for their truth. Rather, they may only consider them for the effect they had upon Ms. Richins as the listener.
Yes. We understand the ruling, yes.
Got it. Anything else before we invite the jury back in, Ms. Lewis?
No.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You have some water, Ms. Barney?
I do.
All right, very good. We're ready for the jury. Yeah, it's 2-55D. Yeah. All right, jury. Please have a seat as you come in. All right, please have a seat. Mr. Bloodworth, State's Exhibit 2-55D is admitted. Would you like us to publish to the jury?
Your Honor, one question first, please.
Yes.
Ms. Barney, do you recall that text exchange that you just read?
Yes.
What, ma'am, was the context of that exchange?
She received an affidavit on why her house was searched.
Your Honor, may the court publish?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're about to see a text exchange between Ms. Richins in the blue bubbles, Ms. Barney in the green bubbles. You may consider Ms. Richins' statements in the blue bubbles for any purpose. You may not consider Ms. Barney's statements in the green bubbles for their truth. Rather, you may only consider them for the effect they had upon Ms. Richins as the listener of the messages.
Ma'am, I'd like to now turn your attention, please, to about 2 weeks after Eric's death. On March the 19th, 2022, were you part of a phone call between the defendant, Kouri Richins, and Bryce Knudsen?
Yes.
Who is Bryce Knudsen?
Eric's best friend.
Did you listen to that phone call this morning?
Yes.
Is it in 2 separate parts?
Yes.
Was that phone call an accurate depiction of the phone call that actually occurred?
Yes.
Your Honor, those parts are labeled 2-46 and 2-47. The state moves to admit 246 and 247.
Counsel.
Same objection.
Okay. 246 and 247 are admitted, starting with 246.
Yes, Your Honor, we're going to publish in just a moment. Fair warning, they're long. Ma'am, what was the context of this phone call?
Just to see how Eric felt about everything that was going on with the house and it being in the will and Kouri not having it.
Ma'am, you said to see how Eric felt. Did you mean how Bryce felt?
Sorry, how Bryce felt, yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, they moved to publish 246.
Ms. Lewis, do you want the same instruction?
Ongoing instruction, yes.
Okay. You're going to hear a telephone conversation that has 3 voices on it. One of them is Kouri Richins. You may consider the statements made by Ms. Richins on this recorded telephone call for any purpose. The statements made by the other 2 voices on this call you cannot consider for their truth. Rather, you may consider those statements, if at all, only for the purpose of the effect they had upon Kouri as the listener to those statements. All right. Scott, if we lose audio, we'll do our usual dance, okay?
Sounds good, John.
All right.
Your Honor, actually, can I also admit, state moves to admit 2-46T, which is the transcript for the first audio, and 2-47T, which is the transcript for the second audio.
Very good. 246T and 247T are also admitted. Scott, go ahead, please.
Just walking to the airport.
In the airport?
Yeah, remember I work at the airport at night?
Yeah. Well, no, I want to talk to you when you're free, not when you're at work.
Oh, I got 30 minutes for the next flight.
Okay. I gotta talk to you. I gotta get shit off my chest.
Okay?
You okay?
I'm good.
So, you know that I'm obviously in a lawsuit with the Richins.
You are?
Yes.
Did not know that.
I just want to tell you what's going on. But I also want to back up a couple steps, and I want to tell you that I understand that your loyalty is 100% to the Richins. Like, you've known them longer, and I get that, and
Okay.
and that's fine. And I just, if our friendship ends here, I get that too. And I mean, I get it, Bryce. Like, I just get it, and it sucks, but it is what it is. And I just want to get everything out on the table right now so that, but basically, you know about Eric's trust. It's no surprise.
Yeah.
Bryce, I don't care about money. It's not a big fucking deal to me. All the money, Eric has almost, $3 million in life insurance money. I want it all to go into the trust to my kids. I don't want any of it, Bryce. Like, I don't care about money.
Sure.
This house is my house, Bryce.
Right.
But, I mean, when I make money, like, I work hard for my money, Bryce. Like, I do. I don't make Eric money. I have put $80,000 towards our mortgage in the last year. I paid $60,000 in cash of my money towards that pool. Like, this is my house, and I'm going to fight for it. I just want you to know. And whether I have to fight the girls about it, I'm going to. They can have half of C&E. They can have all the life insurance money. They can have anything they want. Take it. But they can't have my house, Bryce.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know everything, right? I know what Eric was doing for a long time, right? I mean, I don't judge you. Eric doesn't judge you. Eric doesn't judge me and the mistakes that I made, right?
But
I know that.
Bryce, I mean, I'm just going to get up. Yeah, I took $250,000 off of our house.
Yeah.
Do you know how much in real estate we own today because I did that? $11 million worth of real estate. Do you know why I did that, Bryce? Because Eric would never let me work. Eric never trusted me in
100%.
believing me. No, but I want you to know that. Would you do it? Would you take $250,000 to make $11 million?
Well, that's tricky, right? Like, the communication was the big thing for Eric, right?
He told me no, Bryce. I believed in myself. He told me no, but I knew I could do it because I know what I can do. Bryce, I wouldn't do something that I didn't know that I knew I could do. I'm not fucking stupid.
Right.
Bryce, I own 12 properties that are almost all paid off. Including my own house that I've almost paid off. Like, I own multiple houses in Park City, in Mill Creek, in Saratoga Springs, in Heber, in Midway, all because I did that. And they all go to my kids. $11 million of real estate property because I took $250,000, Bryce. He just never gave me a fucking chance. He never gave me a chance because he didn't believe in me. And he can say whatever he wanted. He can say I stole from him. He can say whatever. But at the end of the day, that $250,000, Bryce, was paid off in 7 months and turned into $11 million in 2 years. And now somebody's going to come in and take my fucking house from me? It's not going to happen.
I didn't think they were going to take the house. They're taking the house?
Yes, they're taking my fucking house, Bryce. This is my goddamn house. This is my fucking house.
I thought the house was going to stay with you no matter what.
No.
No.
The house goes to the trust's name, which goes to Katie. She has the right to sell it. She has the right to remodel it. She has the right to do whatever. I have no rights to the house, so to speak of the trust.
That was, Eric he did everything for you and for those kids, right? And when all that shit went down between you and Eric over, the power of attorney and taking the money and whatever, that's what changed it for him, right? So he was like, Bryce, I'm not here anymore. I need to make sure my kids are protected, right?
I get it.
Kouri and they're just protected.
I get it.
So I said I knew she was going to get ugly, right? And I'm neutral here. But if you can just take my word for it, I knew.
Bryce, I'm scared to take your word for it. I'm terrified to take your word.
No, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm more on your side than Katie and Amy's side, only because even though Eric and you were not getting along, how can I don't get along? That's part of being a marriage, right? But Eric would always say that you were his wife, you were the mother of his children, and he loved you, right? And so he would do anything for you and those 3 boys. And I know he set things up with the lawyers and all that bullshit, right? And that was the word for how to protect his 3 kids. But I know if Eric was still here today, he would say, no bullshit. I need Kouri to be protected. But unfortunately, he didn't set her up that way. And honestly, I don't even know how he set it. I don't even know. The only thing I know is
so many mean things. So many mean things in it, and I don't care.
It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that.
And they can have the money, Bryce. I can make more money. I can take care of my kids. I just want my house. I just want my house and my stuff in my house that me and Eric bought. I just want my house. They can have all the money. They can have all the money.
Did you tell him that?
I can't talk to him. I tried to tell him that, Bryce.
Hey, Bryce, this is Chelsea.
Hey.
Hey, so Kouri has told them, or they're going through like attorney to attorney. It's never been like face to face.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell them?
Yeah, just
Okay,
tell
so Kouri has told them that they can take all the life insurance, whatever they have in their name, what Eric left to them, but Kouri just wants her house, which is like a $3 million to $7 million difference. Well, they won't agree to anything until they get the autopsy because they think that Kouri had a part in Eric's death. As in Amy and Katie. They probably not Katie as much as Amy. They think that Kouri has a part in Eric's death.
A little far-fetched. I don't think Kouri's capable of doing that, but
What?
I think that's a little far-fetched. I don't think Kouri's
I
capable.
know. That's
Well,
what I said.
I mean, that's kind of where we're at now. And she just got this call yesterday. And I'm up here just because she asked me to come up because she's kind of broken right now and she doesn't know what to do. And that's kind of where they're at, where they said they don't want to agree to anything until they get the autopsy back to reassure them that Kouri had no part in Eric's death. So that's kind of where Kouri's like, how, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, this is all just fucking crazy.
keep track. I don't. My conversation with Eric, right, were the thing that he did. I mean, all of this, they were all the detective kids stories.
No, and I mean, everyone totally understands that. Like, I think everyone understands that. Everyone knows how Kouri and Eric were. Everyone does. Like, even I do. Like, everybody knew how yeah, like, we're not fucking stupid. I mean, 2 years ago, they were getting a divorce, and then they were great. But, like, to say in the moment that they were at when he died, I mean, I can honestly say, because I even told Kouri, like, I hadn't gotten a call from you in a year that Eric was being an asshole. Like, I hadn't gotten that call.
Sure.
So, like, for me to say, like, Eric wouldn't have turned this around, like, I guarantee you Eric would have turned this around. And I'm not saying, like, Kouri needs life insurance. She doesn't. Like, Kouri can make whatever money she wants.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're going after her house is what she's just so broken about, is because
Well, I don't know what does the will say?
it just says, so in the will, it says everything that, so Eric put the house in the trust. No, not just for the kids, for, like, Katie. So Katie can make all calls up until they are 18 years old. Yes, but not
Kouri
just
has
that, but she's the power of the trust, too.
Yeah.
So, like, Eric put the house, so Eric not only put his part of the house, but he put Kouri's equity in the house in the trust. So Kouri has no fucking say right now, unless she fights it with a lawyer, which she's doing right now. But also, he put half of his business in the half that, so him and Cody signed a, I don't know, some, like, insurance thing to where if one of the partners died, that half would go to the widow. Well, Eric signed his half that would go to the widow into the trust. So in all honesty, Kouri gets nothing from Eric, which, I mean, Kouri's not about getting anything from her husband dying right now. I mean, that's a tragic thing where no one, like, that's not what you go after unless you're some fucking Black Widow. Like, that's not what you go after. You don't go after your husband dying, and you don't go after money. But I mean, she's just saying all, like, she doesn't even care about the life insurance, because the life insurance, the beneficiary is Katie right now of Eric's life insurance.
That's fine. She
Which
can have
Kouri says
everything.
she's fine. And, like, in all honesty, like, if you weigh out how much Katie gets in the will and how much Kouri is asking for, it's compared to $7 million to $3 million. Like, Kouri has already weighed her assets on everything, and with Kouri's house and, like, everything that is in her house, she would probably get $3 million with that. And Katie, with the life insurance and everything she's getting out of it, she's getting $7 million. So it's like, you know, like, all Kouri is asking for is her house, but they're not agreeing to that because they are coming up with the fact that Kouri has a say, or like, Kouri was an accomplice in how Eric died, is what they're saying. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. I have not talked to Katie or Amy about any of this stuff.
Well, I mean, there's no reason to talk to Jean, because Jean's kind of Switzerland on this whole thing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but I mean, with all being said, it all comes down to Kouri can't attend Eric's celebration of life.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No, I can't. My attorney said I
Her
can't.
attorney said there's no, like,
If Katie and
absolutely
Amy are gonna
not,
be
like,
there,
don't
yeah.
attend Eric's celebration of life, because Katie or Amy will be there, or one of their friends will be there, or someone will be there to come out and making Kouri look bad, because they've already come after her of being an incompetent mother.
Amy said I was an incompetent mother of Saturday night. Tell him that. I didn't tell him
On
that.
Saturday, Amy has came out to her lawyer saying that Saturday night, the night that you came over and we were all drinking, that
Amy
Kouri
told me I was
was
an
an
incompetent
incompetent mother and couldn't take care of her own kids that night. So Amy had to take care of them, which Amy had no part of taking care of them, because Lisa and DJ were here.
And so they're filing a suit saying I'm.
So they're filing a
incompetent
suit
mom.
trying to make Kouri look out as a incompetent mother.
I don't agree with that.
I know, and Bryce,
Thank
and that's
God,
what,
Bryce,
and
thank
Kouri
you.
kept saying all day. She's like, I need to call Bryce. I want to talk to him, but I don't know how to go about it because Bryce is a Richins side, and it fucking sucks that there's a Richins side and there's a Kouri side. It fucking that's fucked up, fuck.
Yeah.
This isn't what this should be about. We shouldn't fucking grieve about Eric's death, about being whose side is who. It should be all one and one, and we should come together as a fucking family and just love each other and
I agree, and I just put myself. If I could talk to Eric today, in the thousands of conversations that him and I have had, about what would happen if I weren't here, what would happen if he weren't here. And honestly, to me, I know what Eric would want. Now, I get he put shit in writing, right? I get he went to the lawyer because he got his feelings hurt and shit happened to him 2 years ago.
he got his baby feelings hurt.
And so but I know for a fact that if he knew this was going to happen, I think he would have made some changes.
He would have.
Bryce, I am not a bad mom. I am not a bad fucking mom. And Amy told him I was a bad mom.
The Richins girls don't play nice, and they never have and never will.
No. But that's kind of ultimately what she wanted to call you about, was that she just can't make the celebration of life. And she feels awful about it. She doesn't want, and if you continue to do it, whether you cancel it or not, if you continue to do it, she doesn't want she doesn't want to come out as looking as the bad guy that she's not there.
Oh, I get it.
Everybody's coming though, Bryce. I invited everybody and everybody's coming. I just can't go, and I feel like a fucking asshole, but I just can't, and I don't know what they're gonna do or say next, and I didn't fucking do anything.
I know, I get it.
Yeah, in all reality, she's just kind of looking out for her and the boys right now.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, Kouri, I have no part of any of this. My goal for as long as I'm on this damn earth is Kouri, I get things are going to transpire in the next however many years, right? I just hope that you and I can have a relationship to where I can come see you guys every once in a while. You guys live so damn far away. That's what I want. I don't want to muddy the water. I don't want things to get shitty between you and I, because I would love to see those boys grow up, right? Because watching those boys grow up would mean the world to Eric, and him and I made promises to one another that if something were to happen to either one of us, that's what we would do for one another. And Kouri, I get it. Brooke and I stuck at being married too. Shit happens, and unfortunately, Eric put some shit in writing because he got his feelings hurt. But at the end of the day, he loves you, and he loves those boys, and he'd say the same thing today if he was here. So.
Yeah, I agree. I get it.
But hey, let me call you back if I can. My plane just vanished. Let me call you back in half hour. If I'm okay.
All right. Call us back.
All right, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Donna, we can move to 2-47 now.
What happened? Okay, Ash, hold on. You freaking speaker.
You have reached Bryce with Kenworth.
Hi, Bryce.
Hey.
Sorry, my phone was on silent.
No worries. So ultimately, Kouri, I guess I said I support you, right? I don't want to. I can't get involved. I can't even get involved anyway, right? Because I don't have a dog in a fight. But I feel bad for you. I mean, I do. I feel bad that this has to go this way. I wish the Richins would just be easy that this has to go this way. I wish the Richins would just be easier. But I feel bad for you. I mean, I do. I feel bad.
I think we lost the audio.
No problem. Let's fix that. One moment, please. Scott, let's go.
Done wrong to them. I've never. I mean, I helped Katie when she had postpartum. I watched her girls. I helped Amy when she lost her mom, and I don't understand what I did so wrong. We've never been super close, but it's like I've never done wrong to them, and I don't understand why they're putting me through hell.
Yeah, you personally didn't do anything wrong to them, but you gotta understand how Eric was, right? When Eric was upset or when you guys weren't getting along, he'd call me. Well, he stopped calling me because I kept telling him, I said, you got to do one of two things, Eric. If you're not unhappy, because he said the same thing to me with Brooke, right? Bryce, goddamn, just get divorced. I'm like, dude, Eric, it's easier said than done. Right?
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done. He'd always push you to get divorced. I would say, dude, if you're not unhappy, Eric, you should get divorced.
Yeah.
And his response was, I love Kouri. I love my 3 kids. I couldn't bear to see not being with my kids every single day. I said, dude, I get it. They freaking make it.
Did that happen again?
I believe so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
When people describe Eric, dude, Eric is a great guy. He really is, right? But he also, no one's perfect. And I'd always tell him, like, dude, you need to relax a little bit. Like, it's funny that.
I think it jumped ahead a little when the recording restarted.
Do we need to go backward a little bit?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm back at this.
Saturday, and right when people do, I get kids.
Yeah.
He had them done. Right? I said, you got to do one of two things, Eric. If you're not unhappy, because he said the same thing to me with Brooke, right? Bryce, goddamn, just get divorced. I'm like, dude, Eric, it's easier said than done. Right?
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done. He'd always push you to get divorced. I would say, dude, if you're not unhappy, Eric, you should get divorced.
Yeah.
And his response was, I love Kouri. I love my 3 kids. I couldn't bear to see not being with my kids every single day. I said, dude, I get it. They freaking make it work. Stop being so hard ass. When people describe Eric, dude, Eric is a great guy. He really is, right? But he also, no one's perfect. And I'd always tell him, like, dude, you need to relax a little bit. Like, it's funny that Saturday at your house where he was like taking anger management classes. I was like, holy shit.
Pause for 1 minute.
Like, he's back.
I think we're.
Your Honor, it's not published.
Oh, my apologies. Thank you. Okay. And we are now back scrolling correctly, it seems. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Just press play again, Scott. Thank you.
Actually trying to be better because fuck, that guy needed to do it, right?
No, and that's the thing, Bryce. Like, we were so good this last, 2 years. Like, we have been so good. Like Eric has been, he had an anger management book that he would write in, every couple of days. Like, it was in his nightstand. I'd come home from, work, and he was out on the back deck, writing in his anger management book. And we were just good. I was going to counseling, he was doing anger management. We have been so good.
Right.
Everybody knew it. We were going on double dates. We were going out more. We did weekly date nights. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And now all of a sudden, Katie and Amy are attacking me for no fucking reason. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And
well, all Katie and Amy ever heard about you was always the bad shit, right?
they did, and
It was Eric. When things were good between you guys, Eric wasn't calling me or anybody else, mostly Katie and Amy, right? Like, hey, like, Kouri did this awesome. She did this awesome. This is great, right?
Yeah.
He would only call the bitch about what you were doing,
The bad
didn't
stuff.
like what you were doing, right? And so that's
Yeah.
all I heard was the negative shit, right?
Yeah.
I said, I'm sorry. And I said, I wish we could have a lifeline to Eric right now, and because I know if he could talk, he would say, no.
Yeah. He would
that's not-
explain it.
Yes. He set things up to protect his kids, but it wasn't set anything up to try to fuck you.
No.
He loved you all the time. Every day he told me, you know? And yeah, I said it today, we all fight, but he'd always say, I love Kouri. She's the mother of my children. She's my wife. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm like, good for you, brother. That's what you have to do, right?
Well, yeah, like,
I just hate that you guys have to go down this route now because the things that Eric put into place with a lawyer.
and that was 2 years ago. Jesus Christ, we've come so far in 2 years, and it's like, if Eric redid his shit, it just, I mean, last month we sat down and talked about every asset that we had, everything we had, and Eric was like, holy fucking shit, like, he was just also taken by surprise. Like, he just was like, that $250,000 is the best thing you've ever done. And I was like, I know, you just didn't believe in me. And, and I was like, and now it all goes to our kids. Like, our kids are taken care of for life. Like, and if he redid it today, it would be fucking different. And now everything is just so fucked up. Like, it's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. And every day they're coming at me with something. Like, I'm getting charged with fucking assault. I'm getting charged with...
Scott, we should just be able to press play.
They have 4 charges against me right now. One is theft of trust property. One is...
Do we want the instruction? Can I have a moment?
Of course. Thank you for your patience. You've just heard and may hear an additional reference or two by Ms. Richins in this recording to charges, quote unquote. Those references are to separate civil litigation regarding the trust, a civil lawsuit. They are not references to criminal charges of any kind. Moreover, you cannot consider those references to civil litigation to prove a character trait of the defendant or to show that she acted in a manner consistent with that trait at any time. Just wanted to make sure you had that important clarification. Ms. Lewis, anything further on that?
Not for now, thank you.
Mr. Blood?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, may we continue the recording?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Scott, go ahead, sir.
Theft of conversion of some bullshit I don't even know how to pronounce. Like, all this shit. And I'm like, Jesus, I haven't been in trouble since I was in high school. When I was 16 years old, for hell's sakes. I'm 32. Like, what do you mean I'm in trouble? Like, I didn't fucking do anything. Like...
I agree.
I don't know. Anyway, I meant to call you yesterday. I talked to the medical examiner. I called them because I don't believe that they don't have anything. I just am having a hard time believing that.
Yeah, what's taking so long?
Well, she said that, she's like, well, I'll have the actual doctor call you who did his autopsy. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so her name is Pamela Ulmer. And she called me a couple hours later. And I was like, look, lady, like, you gotta have something for me. Like, there's no way you didn't notice something obvious. Like, Jesus Christ, 12 weeks, Yeah. And she was just like, well, yeah, there was something obvious, we noticed, but, we're not going to call you and tell you that immediately. And I was like, well, what? So they ruled out an aneurysm automatically. She's like, it wasn't, yeah. She's like, it wasn't an aneurysm. I can tell you that. And she goes, he did test positive twice for COVID. And I was like, yeah, bullshit. No. No. Which we did have COVID a month and a half ago. Like, we all tested positive, but that was like a month and a half ago. Like, he didn't still have fucking COVID.
Yeah, that was fucking, everybody had it in January.
Yeah, like we didn't still have COVID. And she was like, well, his lungs, he had a fungal infection in his lungs. Like, they were completely covered in white spots. She's like, and I don't know what it was. She's like, so I cut 3 of them out and sent them in for biopsies. She's like, but they were so full of fluid and blood. She's like, I have no idea yet what it is. She's like, so I'm thinking between the COVID and the fungal infection that it shut his lungs down. And I was like, no, like that, he is the healthiest guy. That guy is a fucking mountain goat. Like,
I know.
he could, like, I was like, we just ran a half a marathon 6 months ago, and Eric didn't even train for it, and I did, and he beat me by 40 minutes. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with his lungs. Like, no, I don't believe that. And she got bitchy with me. And she's like, well, what do you mean no? And I was like, no, it's not COVID in his lungs. Like, there's just not. There's no way. And I was like, and no offense, like, my husband would roll over in his grave and haunt you and everybody involved if you put him down as COVID. We are very against COVID and vaccines. Like, nope, not happening. Like,
if it was COVID, there would have been signs of him.
Well, that's what I said.
Able to breathe and shit, right? Like,
Yes, he wasn't sick. I was like, he was just at soccer the night before. I was like, he was at soccer the night before. He was running around. Like, he was totally fucking healthy. He wasn't sick. He was not sick. No, I don't buy that. Like, no. I was like, I will call you back in 2 weeks, because she said that she sent all of his organs out for testing, a toxicology report, blood, everything. And that's why it's going to take so long. And I was like, okay, well, I'll call you back in 2 weeks when you have more results, because that is not what it is. Like, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
Dude, the people who have died of COVID had symptoms before they
Yes.
Fucking overweight.
They were overweight. They were in the hospital, ICU. Like, he did not die of fucking COVID, lady.
Just randomly.
Jesus.
And like in the
No.
middle of the night.
In the middle of the night. Like, I would have heard him get up, have a hard time breathing. Bryce, when I found him, he was in the exact same position as he was when he fell asleep. When I rolled over, when I got in bed with him at 3 a.m., like, he was in the same position as he was when I went to bed with him. Like, no, I don't buy it. Like, keep testing. That's not it. And if she puts him down as fucking COVID, I will, Jesus Christ, I will flip fucking shit. It's not COVID.
Yeah.
No. And so I was like, nope, I'll call you back in 2 weeks when you have some more results back, because that's not it. I was like, that guy was in better shape than anybody you could ever imagine. Like,
He didn't drink like we
he
did?
didn't drink. No, he didn't drink. He didn't smoke. I was like, literally, I trained for a half marathon for 6 months. He woke up that morning and decided he was going to run a half marathon and still beat me by 40 minutes.
Fucking hazing and do that shit.
Yes, it was so annoying. I was fucking pissed, but he still did it. Like, he had better lungs than anybody you would ever. No, it's not his lungs. I don't buy it. So,
I wonder if that damn Lyme disease kicked his ass too.
yeah. So she's wondering that too. So I gave her all of his Lyme disease doctor's information. So she was going to reach out to his Lyme disease doctor and contact them and see his last lab results and stuff. And then she was going to look into silicosis, because Sylvie actually got cancer and stuff from silicosis, who's one of their main employees. 2 other of their employees, and then Shannon's brother, died of silicosis. But I was like, no, he doesn't have silicosis. Like, I just sent him in for testing 5 years ago, and his lungs were 100% healthy.
From all the dust and shit from
Yeah.
the rock and everything.
Yes. And I was like, trust me, my husband was 100% healthy 5 years ago. Like, his lungs were 100%, and he does not lay stone, nor does he cut it in the last 5 years. Like, he drives around in a truck, lady. Like, it's not, because she was like, what does he do for a living? And I told her, and I was like, but that's not it. Like, he owns a company. He doesn't cut it.
He's the owner. He's not the
No.
the employee cutter.
He's not the main cutter by any means.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm just going to look into it. And I was like, okay, you can look into it if you want, but that's not it. And I was like, and it is not his lungs. Like, you have to go with something else. Like, I was pissed when she said that. I was like, he will roll over in his grave. You put him down for COVID. And so she was just, I don't know, kind of snippy after that.
Yeah, I'm sorry you have to go through this. I knew that this was going to get stupid, right? And
Bryce, I don't want anything.
I think you're doing the right thing, though, right? Like, you were married to Eric for almost 10 years. You knew the ins and outs of your relationship. I get Eric set things up legally with a lawyer to protect, you know, the company that he had and his 3 boys. The shit was not going right with you two. I get it.
Bryce, did you really think I was just going to screw Eric and take everything he had? Like, why?
No, but he was worried about it, right? It's because, you know, not saying you personally, but the people we've known over the years. You think you hear shit on the media, right? Like the wife takes her husband for everything he's got because he didn't do everything the right way, right? And I didn't ever talk about the ledge. He never told me exactly what he was doing. He told me what he was doing, right? And every time he'd tell me, like, oh, I went and saw the lawyer today, it was because I'm just getting everything set up because I don't want my kids to be homeless. I don't want them to be homeless.
Oh my God, yeah.
But that was when I said shit was going stupid with you too,
No,
right?
I get it.
And I think if Eric was still here today, and you know, I think he'd change it.
He would.
Unfortunately, it sucks he can't, right? And now Katie has all power. At least Katie has power, not Amy. Amy would probably be worse at it, but.
And it just like hurt. I think it was most hurtful the way that he wrote it, Bryce. Like, if you read it, it was just so hurtful the way that he wrote the trust. Like, I get we were in a rocky spot 2 years ago. Did I ever think we would officially divorce and go about our ways? Like, not really.
Hell, he thought that, right?
Like, I guess.
You know, when he was seeing that stupid Jen chick, I would tell him, I'm like, bro, like, if you're gonna see her, there's gonna be consequences. If you get caught, do you want to be with this chick? Well, no. I said, well, then you gotta, because if you get caught, you're gonna get divorced. But then he gets caught, right? And then you kick him out of the house for a week or two. Did he go live with his dad for like 2 weeks or something?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Eric was here. I'd say it again. I think he'd change it. Just unfortunately, he didn't. And now you're stuck in a hard place, right? To fight for your family, fight for what's yours. And you know, the Richins family, not necessarily Gene. I think if Gene, I don't think he wouldn't be as ruthless as.
No, he's trying to stay neutral.
Yeah, and
it sucks.
From what I heard from Katie, Katie's like, I'm just trying to. She's like, I don't want Kouri and myself to go south, right? Or those 3 boys. Katie and I don't have a relationship, right? So we don't ever talk.
I mean, all she has to do is just, Bryce, give me my house. Like, I don't make Eric money, but I make okay money. Like, just give me my house. They can have everything. Bryce, this is my home. I got married here.
Absolutely.
This is my baby. I brought my babies here. Like, this is my home. They can have everything they want, but give me my house, for God's sake. Like, Jesus.
What do they want? What does Katie want to do with it? Does she want to sell it?
No, I don't know. They just want it. They want the title in the trust's name, so I can't have control over it. And they won't figure anything out with it until they have the autopsy report. And when they said that, it broke me. Like, I said, what does that mean?
Thinking that you had something to do with it.
Yeah, and I I lost it. And I asked my attorneys, I said, I don't understand. What does that mean? And he was like, they think you had something to do with Eric's death. And I said, what the fuck does that mean? Jesus Christ. And he was like, they think that, you know, and they reiterated it. And I was like, oh my God, what? And they're like, they're going with that, Kouri. They're on that level. And Bryce, I lost it. Fucking lost it. I was like, you think I killed my fucking husband for Jesus Christ's sake?
Yeah. No, I've not heard that from any of those two, and nor have I thought that myself, right?
Why? Like, what?
Yeah, I would never. I mean, Kouri, we can all be a lot of things, and you are not capable of doing.
No shit. There's no way.
If you were gonna do it, you would have like shot him in his head.
Like 2 years ago.
Right?
Like 2 years ago.
Like years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even know what that means. I was like, well, what do you mean? How does that even fucking happen? Like, what? Like I gave him too much water? Like I don't even know, like I drowned it? I don't know what that, like, what?
Yeah.
And my attorney was like, well, that's kind of a silly thing to say. I was like, well, I don't fucking know what you mean right now. Like, I don't know. And he was like, Kouri, you need to lay low in your house for the next 3 months and not go anywhere. And I was like, are you serious?
That's wild.
And he's like, no, that's what they're attacking you with. And I was like, oh my God. And
coming after me as a mother.
yeah, so, and then, yeah, that was the other thing is like, I fell, Bryce, I like fell to the floor.
They're not only coming after her with that, but they're coming after her with being the mother.
I didn't ask Bryce to write a letter. Bryce, I asked everybody else to write a letter from that night because Amy said I was an incapable mom and that I was so drunk that night she had to care for my kids. And I couldn't care for my own kids. I love to drink. You know that, Bryce. Like everybody knows it. I love to drink.
Yeah.
I have never been in a position ever that I could not take care of my own children. Ever. Like, and remember Amy took video? She showed her attorney those videos and said, look, Kouri's partying all night. She's not a grieving wife. She's not a capable mother.
Jeez.
She showed those videos to their attorney, Bryce. Like, and showed my fucking attorney. Like, I'm a good mom, Bryce. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
I mean, just
So
because
she showed them with your pants off, Bryce.
also, you didn't have any pants on, Bryce. You didn't have any pants on.
Well, anybody who knows Eric had a relationship, my pants are never on.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we were just like, it was just a celebration of life. Like, it was like,
I agree.
why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I can't speak for those two girls. I don't know. I don't know what makes them think, right? You know, they lose their brother, but at the same time, do you really want to lose?
I lost my husband. I lost my kids' dad. My babies lost their dad, Bryce. Jesus fucking hell. And you're going to submit videos and say that I'm an incompetent mom? Like, what? It's not fair. It's just... And I said, you guys can have all the money you had. I don't care. Just leave me alone, you know? Just fucking leave me alone. It's not...
Hopefully when that autopsy chick comes back, they can stop being thinking. It rules out that there's no foul play. Which
But that's the thing, like it's so hurtful. It's so hurtful that there's a decision regarding the autopsy.
That they would even think
You
that.
know, it's like you're wanting an autopsy to make decisions. So like what? Like
What do you like? No, I am.
I mean, it's just like
I just don't get it. You know, I just don't get it.
Well, they're going down a slippery slope, right? Because I mean, you are the mother of those 3 kids, and if they want to have any relationship with you and those 3 kids, this is not how you start on the relationship.
No, and well, she's crying right now. What? You what? Hold on, Bryce. What?
Can you come look at my photo please? We asked them if you want to come and ask you.
Okay, like 2 minutes, okay? Okay.
Okay, go on for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay, go lay on the couch then. I don't know what you're saying. Go lay on the couch. Okay, go downstairs. 2 minutes. Fuck, I don't know, Bryce. Like, it's just like kind of crazy.
Yeah. It sucks it has to be this way.
I mean, it's like, it's kind of like neither of them, like not even, like I'm not even just speaking for Kouri, but like Katie and Amy cannot grieve for anything because all 3 of them are concentrated on fighting against what Eric has.
And they can have it. They can have it. Just fucking take it. Leave me alone.
And that's, you know, it's just kind of like, that's all they're concentrated on. And we're like, I don't know. Like, and I mean, I've seen this. Like, it happened with my dad and his uncles when my grandparents died. Like, everyone fights against money. It always happens with death. Always.
Get it? Like, there's no fight.
Yeah, it happened with Eric and Julie.
Yes, exactly. It happened with Eric and Julie. Like, that happened. It happened with Linda. It happens all the time with death. Every single time death happens, like, money is fucking involved.
Yeah.
And, like, that sucks, but at the same time, it's like
I'm not
Eric.
fighting for it.
No.
I'm giving it to them.
No,
like,
Eric,
just give
like
me my
Kouri's,
house.
but Eric left behind like a family that he took care of. Like, how much of Eric's wealth went to Amy and Katie?
I don't think any of it did it.
Exactly.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they fighting for this when they, like, all of Eric's wealth, all of Eric's,
Somebody's here.
It's Selma probably. All of Eric's wealth, all of Eric's like everything. Your lizard's on the fucking chair behind me.
Okay.
But all of Eric's wealth and everything went to his family,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Guys, they can have
That's what he wanted.
it. They can fucking have
I know.
everything. Just
Exactly.
take it. Just
I don't think.
fucking knows.
No, I'm not speaking for him. I haven't spoke to him about it, right? But I'd be hard pressed to feel that they want Eric's money. Because Eric always, I mean, I thought he had it all set up anyway to go to the kids, right? All this stuff went to his kids.
No, it does. It goes to the kids,
And
but the
they're like-
house also. But the house don't go to the kids until they're 18. So
They're
that's
like-
what Kouri
they're
is fighting
acting like
for.
I'm like, they're acting like I'm some snake, Bryce. Like I'm some. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, Bryce. I don't get it. They can have it. Take it all. Take it all.
So what?
you know?
Just what Kouri's saying, like what the attorney said, like everything goes to the kids. The kids are set up for life. The kids are
And they can
completely.
have everything.
They're
Your Honor, that's the end of it.
Okay. Any additional questions for this witness from the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Lewis, would you like a brief break before cross-examination? I don't.
Yes, maybe.
Okay.
That'd be helpful.
Folks, let's let you stretch your legs. Thank you. Ms. Barney, same instruction. You're welcome to stretch your legs, use the restroom. Please do not speak to anybody during the break.
Okay.
We'll be in recess until 3:10. Thank you. I'm sorry. We're back on the record. Please proceed.
Your Honor, citing the case of Take C v. Baxi, I omitted an email in direct that I had intended to introduce.
Okay,
Can I pick up there and then tender
Of course.
for redirect?
no problem. Is Ms. Lewis familiar with the email? If there's going to be an objection, I can
I'm
rule
not,
on.
I don't know what he's talking about.
It's-
I don't know the case that he cited. That
No,
allows him to
that
do
was a joke. That's okay.
Oh, was that a joke? Okay, well, that's why I didn't know it.
It's all right. The email is exhibit which?
2-123 Delta. Scott, can you bring that up?
This is a text message exchange?
I text message.
Okay.
Is that it? Can I see the whole thing?
Yes. In fact, Miss Barney, if you want to watch it now, that'll speed things along.
Ms. Lewis.
No, I object. Mr. Brotherworth tendered the witness, and to go back now and reopen, I object.
Okay, any objection to the admissibility of this document under the rules of evidence?
No.
Okay. It's certainly within the court's discretion to allow direct to be reopened to add one exhibit, particularly before cross has even begun. So, anything further, Mr. Bloodworth?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis, anything before we bring the jury in?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Tracy, if you would get the jury brought in, I'd appreciate it. We're about to. It's okay.
All right, jury.
Please have a seat as you come in. All right, please have a seat. Ms. Barney, you're still under oath. Mr. Bloodworth, I understand the state would like to offer another exhibit.
Yes, one more exhibit, Your Honor. Thank you. Ms. Barney, you just reviewed Exhibit 2-123D. Is that an accurate depiction of a June 6th, 2022 text message exchange between you and Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves to enter and publish 2-123D.
Ms. Lewis.
No further objections.
2-123D is admitted, and it is published. All right. Anything further for this witness, Mr. Bloodworth?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Lewis, please proceed.
We have no questions for Ms. Barney.
Okay. May we allow Ms. Barney to step down, Mr. Bloodworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
May we release this witness, Ms. Lewis?
I think just in an abundance of caution, maybe we could keep her subject to subpoena.
Understood. So, Ms. Barney, you're free to go today, but you may get notice that you need to come back for some additional questions before the end of the trial. Between now and the end of the trial, please do not speak to anyone about your testimony. Don't let anybody talk to you about your testimony. Please don't watch any coverage of the case. Don't listen to any coverage of the case. Don't read anything about the case.
Okay.
Please travel safely.
Thank you.
Mr. Blood.
Your Honor, the state calls Allie stakings.
Very good.